Chair Bernard is in Salem working on some legislation for the county, so I am serving as vice chair of the County Commission Budget Committee here. And with that, we need to elect a chair for the Street Lighting Budget Committee. And before we do that, if we could just quickly do a round of introductions so that we all know who we all are. And let's start right here.
Jennifer Chambers, Budget Manager.
Laurel Bettman, Deputy County Administrator.
Gary Schmidt, County Administrator.
Sonia Fisher, Acting Chair of the County Commission.
Jeanette DeCastro.
David Amami.
Martha Schrader, Clackamas County.
Ken Hubbardston, County Commissioner.
Ann Lee.
Paul Savas, County Commissioner.
Brian Chamberlain.
Roxanne Fisher, Budget Coordinator.
Jen Zhang, Budget Coordinator.
Excellent. And with that, do we have a nomination for chair?
Yes, I would like to nominate David Amami.
Is there a second?
I second.
Okay, there's been plenty of seconds. It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Excellent. Okay, and with that, you have the gavel.
All right, thank you. I will now take nominations for secretary.
I'd like to nominate Ann Lee.
I second.
All right, are there any other nominations? Hearing none, I will close the nominations for secretary. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right, any opposed? Great, hearing none. Ann Lee is elected secretary of the CCSD number 5 Budget Committee. So I'll now go ahead and let Wendy Coriel take the stage here and do the presentation for the budget. So, Wendy?
Okay. Good afternoon, Commissioners and Budget Committee members. Is this on okay? I just want to make sure we're
can hear
returned
you.
from lunch. Okay, I'm Wendy Coriel, and I'm representing Clackamas County Service District number 5. The mission of the district is to provide timely and cost-effective street lighting services for both the city of Happy Valley and also the unincorporated areas of Clackamas County. The district contracts with PGE for the design, installation, maintenance, and operation services. The district is a special service district, and it falls under the Clackamas County Department of Transportation and Development. This next slide provides a little information from the last page of the budget document. The budget is $4,305,709. And just a note, the district is not supported by the general fund. The cost of streetlights are passed on to those through assessments that go out through the November property tax statements. So the ratepayers pay those. There are 5 primary expenditure categories. The first is the reserve and contingency, which makes up 44% of the budget. And just as a reminder, each year there is a carryover from the previous year, which is used to gap the funding from July to November for the subsequent fiscal year. Material and services are primarily electricity and operational costs, and they make up 45% of the district budget. And then capital improvement is, the project reserve is 11% of the budget. This is earmarked for potential safety improvement projects and or future light emitting diode or LED installations. Next slide kind of talks about what do we get for the money. It's our performance measures. Just a little background of our performance measures. Performance Clackamas is a strategic plan modeled after a process known as managing for results. This plan encourages the district to focus on priorities and develop processes that achieve positive results for the customer. The performance measures set by the district are intended to align with this strategic plan. A few new measures that were incorporated last year were to track the percentage of maintenance requests completed within 5 business days, and also the percentage of streetlights that are operational during random surveys. The data collected from these 2 performance measures allows the district to implement processes that create a positive impact for our community. How is the work changing for the district? So, project we've been working on for quite a few years is a McLaughlin Boulevard Street Lighting Petition Project. And I'm happy to say that that was completed September 30th, 2018, and it was on time and within the budgeted amount. The completion of this project will allow the district to have additional field inspections, and we will provide analysis of the data that was collected for the performance measures, and we'll also have time to identify potential future safety enhancements throughout the district. Next, I'd like to talk about a few of the financial trends. So last year, the district had a 2% decrease in rates in all 12 rate categories, and this year, we're looking at no change in the rates for all 12 rate categories for the fiscal year 1920. The 5-year forecast shows that even with no rate change, we'll still be able to have the adequate ending fund balance. 2 areas of focus for us is to first look at potential LED conversions. Initial installation or initial conversions that we had were only offered in one light fixture, which was a Cobra style light. And technology has moved forward, and with that, they can now offer it in both Acorn and Westbrook style lights. So we've been doing new installations with LEDs, and we're looking at converting the existing Acorn and future style Cobra lights as well. It's like some of the higher wattage lights weren't converted initially, and we're going to be looking at converting those as well. The district's working collaboratively with PG to make that conversion happen, and they just announced that they're going to be moving forward with Acorn installations in the next month. A second priority for the district is to identify areas that would most benefit from additional street lighting, and we'll look at those installation costs and then bring those to the board for approval and hopefully be able to move forward with some additional projects. So with that, that ends my presentation. Just like to say thank you to all my citizen committee members for participating. And with that, I'm happy to answer any questions anybody has.
Perfect. Great job as always. Thank you so much. I'll now open the hearing for public comment. Hearing none, I will close the public comment portion of the hearing. And I will now open up the discussion portion of the hearing and take any question from the committee. Commissioner.
On page 8, you discontinued your performance clackamas measurement on requests for new street lighting and street lighting maintenance. I was just curious as to why you discontinued it.
Okay, let me take a look at that one real quick. Okay, which one are we talking about again?
The 2 in that are shaded.
Okay, so the percentage of requests for new street lighting and street lighting maintenance responded within 1 business day. We basically didn't see that as a measure that would really allow us to look at the outcome on our customer service, and felt that looking at the maintenance response time that PGE is having, and also how many lights are operational when we go out and look at lights that have been called in would be a better measurement, because then we can have conversations with PGE about their response times. And we felt like that would better serve the customers because we get those turned around faster.
Okay, and then on page 10, it was hard to tell. I was looking at the income and expenditure trend line, and when you get out to 22, 23, I can't tell if it's a break even or if it's starting to go negative. And I know you did a 2% rate decrease. So if it's break even, I have no problem. That's fine. But if it's a 2% rate decrease and you go in negative, I'd see that as a problem. So where are we?
Right, so we are looking hopefully to break even. That is the goal. We have a little extra money in our reserve lines for those future safety enhancement projects. And so it'll be a little hard to see what 5 years looks like, because it'll depend on those projects and future installations and what those installation costs come out to look like. But our goal is to pay down that reserve and then just keep monitoring this so that we do break even.
So at this point, what you're showing is a break even.
Yes.
Thank you.
Great. Any other questions? All right. Hearing no.
A few
Oh,
questions.
yes, go ahead.
How much the cost of the Laughlin project?
How much, I'm sorry, on?
How much the Midlothian project cost you?
It was, well, we budgeted 1.4 million. The overall cost came in at, I think we were just within 100,000, I think is probably the rough number I'd like to give. Under. Yeah, under the dollar amount, sorry. And so we do have a little bit of extra money left over from that. We had also kept a little reserve just in the event that the project ran over. So we were covering ourselves, basically, making sure that we could make that project come to completion.
And another one is you mentioned that gonna replace the LED product, and I'm curious if you have any rebate from Energy Just for Oregon, because I know they have different rebate program if you go with the cost-saving products.
Yes, we actually did receive Energy Trust credits for all the LED installations that we completed. I know that one was around 250,000. It was several years ago, so it's hard to remember the exact number, but I think it was 250 for the initial installation for the Cobra lights. And then I believe we had an additional 45,000 for Acorn style lights that we converted in the city of Happy Valley.
Right, thank you.
Any other questions? All right. Hearing no further questions, I'd seek a motion to approve the budget.
I move that the committee approve the 2019-2020 budget for Clackamas County Service District Number 5 in the amount of $4,305,709, including revisions outlined in this presentation, and recommended that the revised rate schedule be adopted as presented.
All right, can we get a second?
Second.
That,
Perfect. The motion has been made to approve the 2019-2020 budget for Clackamas County Service District Number 5 in the amount of $4,305,709 as presented, and that rate schedule be adopted as outlined, and the motion has been seconded. I will now call for a vote. So all in favor of approving the 2019-2020 budget for Clackamas County Service District Number 5 in the amount of $4,305,709 as presented, and that the rate schedule be adopted as outlined, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right. The motion is approved and the budget is hereby approved. Is there any other business to discuss? All right. Hearing none, the meeting is now adjourned. Thank you.